Yahweh's justice isn't a slogan, it's a standard. Yahweh's justice is simple enough for a child to understand, but heavy enough to crush a whole nation if ignored. He is not impressed by loud worship with dirty hands. He is not moved by titles, robes, or long prayers if the weak are being crushed behind the scenes. The covenant people are supposed to look like him in the earth, meaning truth in the mouth, fairness in the gates, and mercy in the streets. That's why the summary is so direct: to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy Yahweh. This isn't poetry for decoration. It's the job description of a disciple who claims to fear Yahweh. 1. Justice starts in the gates: leadership, courts, and decisions. Yahweh doesn't build a nation on vibes. He builds it on righteous judgment. That's why he commands order: judges, officers, and rulings that don't twist truth. When the courts are corrupt, the people rot. When leadership sells justice, the poor pay the price first. So Yahweh tells his people to set up judgment properly and chase justice on purpose. Because justice doesn't happen by accident. And he doesn't say, try justice when you feel like it. He says justice must be pursued, cleanly, consistently, and without favoritism. 2. Repentance isn't tears. It's changed behavior. Yahweh's message through the prophets is blunt. Stop coming to him with religious performance while living in injustice. That's why you see commands like wash, make clean, put away evil, learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widow. That's not optional kindness. That's covenant obedience. So if someone claims they love Yahweh, but they exploit people, cheat people, lie on people, or ignore the suffering around them, then their worship is just noise. Yahweh measures worship by the fruit it produces. 3. Yahweh rejects church when it becomes a cover for wickedness. This is where many people get offended, because they want Yahweh to accept anything labeled holy. But he doesn't. He told Israel plainly that he hated certain assemblies and songs when justice was missing. And the reason is simple: you can't sing your way out of sin. That's why the warning hits so hard. Yahweh wants judgment to run down as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream. In plain words, let justice flow like water, constant, unstoppable, everywhere, so the whole land gets cleaned. 4. Yahweh promises court for those who abuse power. Yahweh's justice isn't only advice, it's also punishment. He warns that he will come near as a swift witness against those who oppress, especially people who target the vulnerable and think they'll never be checked. That includes anyone using status, religion, money, or influence to crush the weak while pretending to be righteous. Yahweh sees it, records it, and repays it. 5. Yahweh Shai backed this up. The weightier matters are not optional. Some people love commandments when the commandments benefit them, but ignore justice when justice requires them to change. That's why Yahweh Shai rebuked religious leaders for obsessing over tiny details while neglecting the big ones: judgment, mercy, and faith. In For Dummies language, don't brag about being strict if you're cruel. Don't talk holiness if you refuse mercy. Don't claim faith if your life produces oppression. And he exposed another thing too: religious hypocrisy that devours widows, meaning people using religion to drain, exploit, or prey on those already suffering, then covering it with long prayers. Yahweh Shai said that kind of religion earns greater condemnation, not praise. The takeaway for disciples: if you want to represent Yahweh in the earth, understand this: Yahweh's justice is public, not secret. It shows in how you judge, how you speak, how you treat the powerless, and what you allow in your community. Worship without justice is an insult, not an offering. A nation can't be righteous with corrupt gates, corrupt leaders, and people who celebrate wickedness. If you want Yahweh close, live clean, do justly, love mercy, walk humbly. That's the standard. That's the covenant posture. And that's how Yahweh's justice is demonstrated in a real nation, not just talked about.